Girls should be taught to be passive and obedient. Got you, I'm just kidding. Oh boy. Okay, plot.
Camera ready. Quiet on the set.
Stand by.
Stand by, camera one. Stand by to mic and cue.
3, 2, 1.
Written and directed by Canadian director Danishka Esterhazy, Level 16 is a well-done sci-fi thriller that is at once creepy and existentialist. The movie is about a large group of girls in a strange boarding school who are trained to be passive and obedient. The girls are told that they are being conditioned for future adoptive parents. Themes include concepts of beauty, self-confidence, and teamwork, among other themes. The script immediately drops hints that something isn't right. First of all, the girls are not allowed to go outside of the facility. They think it is because they are being protected from poisonous air. But events within the building show otherwise. For instance, at the beginning of the movie, a girl is harshly punished by mean-looking men off screen. In other scenes, they are forced to take daily vitamins and are closely monitored through multiple cameras. They are only allowed on their particular floor within the multi-story building. The lighting is kept dark. At night, all girls are locked in a single large bedroom. Anger and sadness are not tolerated. I found myself wondering, what could be the real scope of this boarding school? Eventually, we learn that one of the girls is not taking her vitamins. We know this because she secretly tells another girl who suggests to her that she does the same, to pretend to take them. Just to see what happens. So she finds out whether or not the other girl is crazy.
I really trust you.
Obedience. Cleanliness.
I need you to listen to me.
I follow the rules. And soon I will be chosen, so
Don't take the vitamins. I'm heel break. Do not take the vitamins.
Knowing she's the only one who's scared, I got very curious myself. What would you do? Would you play it safe and take the pill, or not take it and see what happens? The script constantly gives us these types of hints. Well, in this case, the girl decides to not take the vitamin and realizes that the boarding school is probably not really a boarding school. And this leads to a scene where she's pretending she's asleep and she's taken to another room along with another girl. And she hears these two potential adoptive parents discussing whether or not to choose one of the girls. And this is where it's quite realistic because I used to be a prospective adoptive parent. I actually adopted my girls. So I know the kinds of questions people ask, and in this movie they were actually asking some of those same questions. The husband was asking the wife, "Are you sure you want to do this?" And the wife was kind of going back and forth like, yes, no. And she was looking at herself in the mirror like, And that's really realistic because that's the kind of thing that my wife and I did before we adopted our girls. And that's what I'm trying to get across about this film. There's no part in the movie when I question the characters' actions. It's very believable and very realistic. I don't see anything wrong with the acting. All actors are top-notch. Even the supporting actors are believable in terms of their emotional expressions, body language, tone of speech, and whether to be formal or informal. You get the idea. I especially liked the protagonist, Vivian, played by Katie Douglas, who does an excellent job. She's in her early 20s in real life, but in the film she passes as a teen girl. Every way that she acts, whether it be sarcastic, bossy, sometimes passive, sometimes rebellious, competitive with other females, even a little naive, she brings out all of those qualities very well, even though I'm sure she herself is a mature person in real life. One thing I liked is that there were no sci-fi special effects per se, no magical powers being thrown around, no special weapons, no spaceships, etc. Frankly, most special effects utilize makeup artists, lighting, and props, and that's what helps to enhance the plot as believable and realistic. The sci-fi part comes out in the plot in the form of revealing the true purpose of the boarding school, which I won't tell you, so don't worry, no spoiler alert there. But the real purpose is hinted throughout the film anyway, so you'll figure it out as you watch it. But here, extra points go to the writer and director because the way in which the true purpose was revealed hits you harder than you expect. I mean, you kind of know what's coming, but when you see it, it really hits you. The color grade is awesome. Director Danishka Esterhazy obviously worked very closely with the colorist to have an overall dark and blue color grade. Sometimes there's a greenish hue depending on the scene. There's always high contrast, especially with one of the last scenes, and all that beautifully contrasts with extremely bright lighting in the very last scene. The cinematographer took full advantage of common in-camera effects such as light leaks and color shifting. The colorist took that footage further by emphasizing literally the full color spectrum of the rainbow. And now for my final thoughts. I give this movie a perfect 10. That last scene was immaculate as it combined the actors with natural scenery. Now really, the film crew outdid themselves. I applaud the director for giving the film crew the creative license that was needed for that last scene and for the entire movie. The script was well thought out and believable. The actors were quite good. Even the audio. One thing I forgot to mention is that the music and sound effects emphasized each scene. The input level of the background audio was often low and did not distract me. I recommend this film for adults looking for a good, thought-provoking movie. As always, subscribe, hit the thumbs up, and tell me what you thought about this review in the comments below. And I'll see you in Ramon's First Take Movie Review.